Okay, so back here today we have a Briggs and Stratton replica. So as you can see, the valves moving up and down. So the rubber band's sticking out on, well, just the one side. It's just meant to suck the valves back down. The exhaust valve right here has a stronger rubber band because the vacuum, during the firing stroke, the vacuum will actually lift the exhaust valve up. And so I had to put a stronger rubber band. So this is just going to be a showcase of this engine. And so here's the actual cylinder head. It's got a 6x4 piston, and then you'll see those 3 white square pieces, and 2 of those are valves. Here, I'm going to put on this flywheel. So yeah, as you can see, this one over here, the one that's opening, is the intake. As you can see, right at the bottom of the stroke, intake opens up, it comes up, and then at the top of the stroke, intake closes, exhaust opens, and the order just keeps on cycling. And so that's actually how a Briggs and Stratton is. And then this engine does run both ways. You just need to swap the vacuum to a different port. And so in the crankcase here, this crankshaft is interchangeable. As you can see, I have the small crankshaft on it right now. It'll give you a bit more speed and less torque. And so you can swap in a bigger crankshaft like this piece right here, but I just took them out. And then as you can see, the valves, so the valves rest right on that, well, you could call it cam lobe, and it just lifts itself. And this is a very compact design, same design I used on my 6x6 quadruple acting. And as you can see, there's 3 gears down there. When crankshaft is at TDC, the valves are 90 degrees offset. So one of the valves is 90 degree offset from the crank, and then the other valve is 180 degrees offset from this valve. That piece just fell out. So yeah, it's a fairly compact engine. I mean, it's only 9 studs by 8 studs by 9 studs tall. It's a pretty compact engine. If you do end up building this, keep in mind that it won't run without a big flywheel such as this one. It will not run with this type of wheel, because the flywheel needs momentum to overcome that exhaust rubber band. And so right now I'm just gonna switcheroo the camera here and slap this thing back together and show you guys it running. Put the flywheel back on. Now I'm just going to move you guys over to the bed here. Don't mind the Lego mess. Now I'm going to zoom you guys in. Let's go right there. Let's find out where that is. Okay, so now I'm going to go to the other side here. and show you guys it running. Sorry that is taking a bit. So as you can see, it runs fairly well. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. And hopefully that was in-depth enough if you guys want to follow along. I guess I can move back to the bench and then show you guys what the valves look like. I think I'll do that. So you guys could just leave the video right now if you want to. It's getting fairly long, but for the people who want to replicate this engine, I'm going to show you what the valves look like. So zoom out a bit. So I'm just going to take off the cylinder head. And then I'm going to take off this piece. Well, it usually comes off in one piece here. Just like that. And then I'm going to want to grab it by this plate right here. This entire thing. Just hold up. Okay, so here are the valves. So as you can see, it's just an axle. Then I have those two plates which can lock onto an axle and hold it there. And then I just have the half pieces, two half pieces there. And I have two sets. So that's the entire valve train right there. Pretty simple. And the valve train is just really simple. It's just a really simple design. And this is a very primitive design. It can always be improved. I feel like this design has lots of room for improvement. And so, yeah, this valve right here is a little bit sticky. I put a I didn't give it a really tight rubber band, so it sticks sometimes, but the reason why I did that is because this is the intake valve. The vacuum sucks it down anyways. So that's why I didn't need to. So just keep that in mind if you do go ahead and try building one. So I'm just going to reassemble it. Put the cylinder head back on. Boom, done. So if you like this video, I don't usually say these things, but if you do like this video, please like and subscribe. It means a lot to me. My channel doesn't really do that well on YouTube, even though I'm pushing out some pretty cool content. So yeah, with that said, I'll see you guys later.